Welcome back to more Castlevania Lords of Shadow, everyone! We just finished up the main game with Chapter 12 by taking down Satan, and Gabriel Belmont was left a broken man. But there was DLC added to this game after the fact, and it's very important story DLC, in my opinion, because of the epilogue that we had when we beat the main game, that Gabriel became Dracula of all things, that the story was taking place in the modern day. Yeah, this game has a very, this series has a very strange Kingdom Hearts-esque problem where it just couldn't go from point A to B to C. If you just played Lords of Shadow 1 and you got that epilogue and you didn't play any DLC and then you went straight to Lords of Shadow 2, you were going to be confused beyond all recognition. You're not going to know what's going on, nothing is going to make sense, and that infuriates me. So the first step to actually making head and tails of what is going on throughout this trilogy, it is 3 games in its entirety, I suppose, the first step to that is playing the DLC that's added after the end of this game. So we're going to jump into it, Chapter 13, and don't worry, I have more to say about this. The entirety of this DLC just kind of ticks me off, but we'll get to it. Here we go.
It seems like only yesterday that I stood there upon that cliff top, looking down into the abyss of my life. Everything that I'd ever loved taken from me. Defeating the Lords of Shadow had been a hollow victory. Now I was on a journey that I could never imagine in my darkest nightmares. As I stood there contemplating my fate, a voice entered my thoughts. A cry for help that I could not ignore. A debt was owed. A life for a life, and what was left of my broken humanity felt obliged to do the honourable thing, to repay that debt. Looking back now, I realize that none of us has any real control over our fate. We are like leaves on the wind, to be blown wherever we may.
Hear me, Gabriel. I need your help. I am afraid. It's not safe for me here anymore. I have no one left to turn to. Gabriel, you must help me.
So it's a return to the Vampire's Castle. Yes, this is not an interim DLC, this is happening after the end of the game, and which is why I'm playing it, because I like to do things chronologically, okay? Look, it's not the worst thing in the world, I'm not going to be complaining the entire time, I promise, it's just, I don't know, I find some parts better than others, but it's good that we come back to the Vampire's Castle. You know, apparently Gabriel becomes Dracula, how did that happen? So, revisiting the location that houses the best part of the game, in my opinion, is a pretty smart move. And apparently you guys are back. Okay, nice. Okay, fine, cool. There shouldn't be any vampires, though, right? Should there? I mean, the Vampire Queen is gone, so it would make sense if, that wasn't the case. But no, there is that one last vampire, and that was Laura. Remember the girl that spared Gabriel's life? So, I think it makes sense that Gabriel is deciding that he's going to come back here. He's going to honor her request, that she feels very scared about something, or something like that. And because, you know, he does have a shred of humanity left, even after everything that's happened. Okay, and plus I got holy water now, so I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, screw you guys. Now I did go through and I did get one last health expansion. It was not the entirety of all the health that we could have gotten. But I did get that, just FYI. And hey, there she is! Oh wow, this is a lot of people that we're gonna have to take down too, a lot of enemies. How's it going, Laura? It's been a while. Kinda surprised you're just out here in the sunlight though, I thought that would have hurt you a little bit more. Oh boy, one thing that, I don't know, that I personally don't like about the DLC is I found the difficulty. Okay, so I understand the school of thought that the difficulty should be a little bit higher, right? If you're doing like voluntary DLC or something like that. I feel like whereas the regular game was balanced pretty evenly, you know, I didn't really have any like actual problems with it. I feel like the DLC is not really a logical continuation from the end of the actual game. Ah, crap. The end of the actual game, like into this, I find the difficulty spike like a little extreme, to be honest. And we're all out of actual light magic here, and I forgot these guys can poison us. And also, it's been a while since I played the game, so you're gonna have to forgive me for not exactly being the most competent at it. I'm trying to remember my basic combos, but yeah, so I still have holy water. Should I be using that? I don't think these guys are weak to holy water. The skeletons are like the hardest things to take down, to be honest. And I'm not gonna have much faith in myself if I'm not able to get past the first little round of battles here. Okay, how many more do we have? I do know I have the full crystal, but I think I want to save that. Yeah, you see, that's what my problem is. I'm not doing the combos to actually take you guys down to get my orbs back. Okay, so I still have the shadow magic, so I do want to use that. In my defense, you know, the skeletons are among the hardest enemies to take down. Can you stop? Can you just go away? Seriously? Why are you guys even still here? The queen is gone. Just get out of here, man. Oh, and I did get, like, the ultimate light attack. I remember that, man. I don't really remember how to use it, though. I might want to try to take advantage of that. Also take advantage of a few more sub-weapons, too. Okay, that was a disaster. I'm gonna have to pick it up a little bit here. Oh, and all the cutscenes are in this style, too. Kinda reminds me of Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
Follow me. I know how you're feeling. Alone, betrayed. You get used to it, you know?
That isn't true. Or you would not have spared me that day.
Do you now regret it?
You called me here. Why?
You've destroyed the Lords of Shadow, but in doing so, you have unleashed a greater evil.
And what is it you want me to do about it?
A powerful demon is coming. A creature that knows no pity or mercy, and who is bent on destroying this world. Very few know that long ago, before the Lords of Shadow came, there was a fierce battle here. The 3 founding members of your Brotherhood fought a creature called the Forgotten One. This creature had been summoned by the evil Bernard family, who owned the castle at the time. But things went badly wrong for them. The Forgotten One escaped its bonds. The Founders knew they could not destroy the Forgotten One, so they waited for their opportunity during the fight, and locked up the demon in a dimensional rift that they created using their combined powers. This fortress was used for that prison, and the Brotherhood built new areas around it to house the creature deep within. As you know, years later the Founders transcended as heavenly spirits, in the process creating the Lords of Shadow. It was not by chance that my mother chose this particular castle. Carmilla hated the other Lords, but she feared what could happen if the Forgotten One should ever escape. You have destroyed them, and so the power that kept the Forgotten One locked within his prison has been weakened. It's only a matter of time before he breaks free and returns to the world.
I care not for the world or its problems.
Then you are a fool! The creature will simply reduce this world to ashes in revenge for centuries of captivity. Everyone will die. There will be nowhere to hide. We are the only ones with power enough to stop him. Tell me, would you have the souls of the innocent on your conscience for eternity?
Then show me what I must do.
And just when you
Mother
think
once
he was
told me
gone,
that the
they
entrance to
drag
the
him
ancient
back
fortress of the
in.
Brotherhood was in this room.
Oh god, not chess. You know I can't do chess. Oh, actually, I can't play chess. It's what video games do with chess that boggles the mind. Okay, do we have, like, health around here, Laura? Seriously, is there, like a health arc around here? You get any orbs? Something like that? Nope, absolutely nothing, huh? Alright, so, it's down to Gabriel Belmont, the forsaken member of the Brotherhood. Is he even part of the Brotherhood anymore? It seems pretty much done. I care not for the world or its problems. Jesus, man. Not that I blame you. So we got him and we got the vampire girl. The last vampire? Something like that. Okay, what is this? You kidding me, man? Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we have 3 different board setups right here. And do they all kind of follow the same issue? We got the wolf kind of down there in the bottom corner. Okay, wolf. Is that what this is? Okay, how many pieces do I even have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actually revealed on the map. So, okay, but let me guess. I can only move these like a chess piece. Is that what this is? Is that how this is played? Let me see. So I can't even really tell what these are. So these 2 are vampires, right? Okay, vampires. We have vampires, Lycans, and Reapers, it looks like. Representing the 3 types of Lord of Shadow that we had throughout the game so far. Okay, so the vampire should be pretty easy to recognize, right? Like, that's obviously a vampire. Yes, 3 from the right. Okay, let's go ahead and just move it up there. See what type of movement restrictions we have. Okay, maybe this won't be as difficult as I thought. Okay, now we have a Lycan, that it's at the bottom corner right there. And it looks like... this is the Lycan, right? But we also have to keep in mind that they seem to be white and black pieces. Yeah, that's correct. So the outline will be telling. So these are supposed to be the black ones that are right here. Yeah, I almost missed that, and I was just putting the white ones here. Gotta remember my chess. So we did see this chessboard back when we first, like, infiltrated the vampire's castle, but nothing really came of it. To be honest, I thought there was a bit of a chess puzzle, like, the first time we'd come into the castle in the main game, but I guess that's not the case. Okay, so we got the 2 black pieces in line right here. Looks like there's another black wolf directly above this one? Is that what this is? It kinda feels like... No. Oh, yeah. It's definitely gonna be a lot more difficult than what I'm making it out to be. You're right, I did see something glowing over here, so let's take a look at that. If the camera wants to, like... Okay, here we go. You know what? I might just skip it. I'm tempted. I'm gonna be brutally honest, I'm tempted. I don't know how it is possible that the Elders of the Brotherhood knew about the existence of secret accesses and corridors beneath the vampire castle, but they were right. This chessboard is a riddle of sorts and hides one of these mysterious entrances. No, I only have to figure out where each piece goes. I'm tempted, man. I am tempted. And it's not because, like, again, I'm trying not to complain too much, but I want to play chess in this game. I don't even really know what's going on right here, but... Oh, yeah, I mean... Black Necro... What are the question marks? Those don't allude to, like, any pieces that actually appear on any board, so I... And is there one piece over here? What is this over here, I gotta wonder? Nah, this is one of the statues. Dude, I don't even know. I mean, I could look up the solution, which is, like, what I'm kind of in the mood for right now. And maybe we should just unlock it, but I do want to see what the actual solution is. I'm kind of curious. Okay, alright, yeah, I'm just gonna look it up. Let's see what this is all about. And that'll do it, okay. So I'm not gonna take credit for that. You know, I definitely cheesed that one, definitely looked that one up. To be fair, I don't know if I would have realized it though, so it's the same board, those 3 pictures that we were getting, they're just from different perspectives, which would kind of describe the discrepancy. Or rather, it would explain the discrepancy whenever you were putting the pieces there. Don't know, it's one of those things where I would have eventually figured that out, for sure. But it's also like, yeah, I would have figured it out, but it would have taken a long time and I wouldn't have been happy whenever I did it, so there you go. And apparently I missed Fingers of Frankenstein? Dude, I don't remember, man. I did replay this game one time, but I did not touch the DLC, so... Also, I don't really remember how long it is. I remember, like, so the first one here, the Castle Hall, is not very lengthy, but I believe starting here it's going to turn into, like, actual levels that we're used to.
Like a moth to the flame. And I could not at that moment deny that I myself had returned. Now, As I look back, I see the crooked path that I had been set upon all those years before, leading me inexorably to this moment. I can still see her face in my mind's eye. Poor dear Laura. Such a sad tale as ours. A tale of heroes who strove to save humanity, only to lose our own.
Oh, well, when you put it that way, that's pretty depressing. I think we only alluded to a Laura
These are the
story,
remains
actually.
of the original fortress.
And here we go. I hope you're going to be very helpful, Laura. I mean, you're the last vampire, and, you know, you're actually able to keep a human form. Now, the game kind of beat us into it. Beat that thought into our minds.
The waters are infested with horrible things that will eat you. You cannot cross by swimming, but maybe your magic boots can help.
Spawns of Leviathan, size big, difficulty high. The dark waters that fill the caverns beneath the castle hide a creature whose name was forgotten long ago by men. One of the old gods themselves, who was attracted by the evil within this place and its imprisoned inhabitant. Thankfully for the humans, this immensely powerful and malevolent being rests still deep in its eternal dream, but somehow its essence has spread through the water, giving origin to the monsters known as the spawns of Leviathan. Okay, interesting, I suppose. But yeah, Laura, you should be pretty freaking strong. Vampires that are able to keep a human form are pretty strong. So can I just walk across water? Hey, look at that. Oh, but I need to jump, I guess. Something tells me this isn't gonna end well.
Come on, it's
quick
not
and painful
that hard.
death.
Try to sprint over the water.
I was sprinting, I just didn't jump when they wanted me to, I guess. There we go, feel better? That's one thing I also don't like about this DLC, probably the chief thing I don't like. There's a lot of freaking insta-death, alright? It's gonna be very annoying. Okay, let's go. Who would've guessed that all this was underneath the vampire's castle, am I right? And here we go. So Laura, I guess you could just teleport with all your freaking... Oh wow, are these guys gonna actually try to eat me? With all your vampire teleporting powers or whatever. Yeah, look at that.
You could
Kinda
use
jealous, to be
my
honest.
powers, you know. You would save yourself a lot of trouble.
Well, I guess we already know how that works out, don't we? But no thank you. I'm gonna be fine right now, I think. So yeah, you know, okay, here we go. I feel like, okay, so at this point in time in gaming, like, you know, trying out DLC was the really hot thing to do. Final Fantasy 13-2 is actually one that I played for the channel that actually comes to mind. Although I never uploaded any of the DLC, actually, I never really got around to it, but, you know, I get why companies wanted to try this at the advent of, like, the console digital DLC era.
But now I love its flavor. Yummy.
Come on, game. But, I really think that this story, the story it's trying to tell, should have been kind of more organically woven into the main game itself, you know? It could just be like a little epilogue, like a little post-game thing. But, I feel if that had been kind of the goal from the start, because it already feels kind of weird, right? We're getting like all these the cutscenes after the fact and things like that. There's this strange disconnect between the main game, which I genuinely did enjoy, like I said, and the DLC, but we'll get more into that whenever my problems with it are illustrated just a little bit further, I suppose. But, okay, we good? We're done? You're just taunting me with your teleporting. And now I guess we just run, huh? I must have missed the part whenever we got the ability to walk across water with these boots, but better late than never. Okay, and I think we go now. Ooh, just barely. Oh, that's gonna break. Okay, and now what? Can I actually go around this, or... Okay, here we go. Rah! Okay, no time to think now. Whew! Feel like I barely made that one. Very appropriate that all the bats are tormenting us as well. And now what? At least the game graces me with the glowy spots for the, oh jeez, everything is falling. The glowy spots for where we can actually attach the vampire killer. Although I guess it's a meaningless name now, there's no vampires left, is there? I don't know, maybe there are. I just gotta figure though, like when you beat the queen, like mothership rules would then kind of, take over. Oh, no, climb. There we go. Now there wouldn't be any vampires left, I guess Laura just being here kind of disproves that. Okay, almost there. Oh, hey, didn't have to use the whole hold the button down or else you'll fall to your death thing one time. Oh, we're not done yet. Now watch it, I'm gonna have to do it. Oh, right here. And is that the goal? Is that where we're going? Looks like it. And looks like a very convenient grapple point. Okay, that's not risky at all.